Hello and welcome to this very short video called ADE Guidance for Evaluating Science Instructional Materials. My name is Rebecca Grelli. I'm the Science STEM Specialist here at the department, and I'm just going to walk you through basically two things. First of all, how do you locate the resource on our website? And secondly, how do you use the resource? So first, we're going to start by going to the main ADE website, azed.gov. From here, you'll see these three buttons. Click Academic Standards. Then in the middle section here, we're going to click on Science. And now we're on the main Arizona Science Standards landing page. And this tool is underneath this tab called Planning Tools New. This is where we're going to continue to update new resources that have to do with instructional planning. If you're looking for general resources, instructional strategies, practices, that's going to be found right here under this resource page. But let me come on back. So that was under that resource page. If you're looking for all of our webinars and signing up for trainings and professional learning opportunity, here's the button for that. But today we're going to walk through this ADE guidance for evaluating science materials. This is kind of like a one-pager. It's a little bit longer than one page, but it goes through the basics of what district leaders and even educators need to know in order to screen instructional materials that may already be existing. And the beginning of this resource, we talk about the introduction. What is the purpose of this document? It's to provide guidance and resources to support LEAs in your evaluation of instructional materials. And then in the middle section, we really drive home the idea that before screening instructional materials or using one of the national tools we recommend, it's really important to have a comprehensive understanding of the documents that were used to develop our 2018 science standards, including the progressions of learning detailed in them. Those two research documents are listed here. The first is the NRC Framework for K-12 Education, and this will take you to the website where you can download a PDF for free of the entire document. This one is the other research document called Working with Big Ideas of Science Education. Equally important to understanding what is in these two research documents that were used to develop our standards is understanding that we are not an NGSS state. We did not adopt the next generation science standards. We are what is called a framework-based state because the committee that developed our standards used this framework very similarly to the next generation science standards, which also are developed from this framework. The reason our standards are different than the next generation science standards is because we added in this additional document called Working with Big Ideas of Science Education. And so while we do have some things in common with the NGSS, it is not a one-to-one correlation. So when you're screening materials or evaluating materials that already exist from curricular companies, it is really important to understand the key differences between our set of standards and the national set of standards. And to help you understand that, we've developed two brief videos that break down the similarities and the differences between the two sets of standards. And then right here, we just really wanted to make sure that we, had a section that describes the instructional shifts that are going to happen in science education since we're using these new contemporary pieces of research that developed our standards. So here is a brief listing of just, high-level overview of the shifts. And then down here are the list of national tools for evaluating materials. There's the Equip Rubric, which we'll talk about in a minute. Next Gen Time is fairly new, but it has a whole suite where you can prepare, screen, and pilot instructional materials. Ed Reports reviews curricula and then sort of gives them a stamp of approval or not. There's Publisher's Claim. There's another tool from Achieve, a list of aligned resources, the BSCS report, and Iowa has a collection of resource review tools. And the one we're just going to focus on is the very top one here. It's the most common tool developed by Achieve. It's called the Equip Rubric. And when you click here, you'll be taken to the landing page for Equip. And the best part is it walks through, what is the peer review panel and how does it work? Then the Equip Rubric is mainly for lessons and units. And it talks about, how do you use these rubrics? overview of the rubrics. There's some videos here. There's a lesson screener that you can use. And if you're looking for how to train other educators on using this tool, they do have a facilitator's guide right here. So this is a great starting point if you haven't gotten started. And so we just wanted to spend a quick moment going through these materials with you, and that is about it. So thank you for joining us. And reminder that this one pager, well, I guess it's two, is on our website. Thanks for watching.